I'm Johnny with Balloon Animals Palm Beach, and today I'm going to show you how to make a quick wearable Infinity Gauntlet. You will need 3 gold chrome 260s, and I'm going to be using some 5-inch rounds, but you can also use 260 scraps. The colors you want, I'm using lime green, spring lilac, Caribbean blue, red, yellow, and orange. Now if you're using 260 scraps, they don't need to be very big. All of the scraps, except the orange, only need to be 3 or 4 fingers. Mine are all 4 fingers except for the orange scrap, and the orange scrap is about 12 or 14 fingers will be good for you. I'll talk about other color options if you don't want to use gold chrome at the end. Grab your gold chrome 260 and inflate it so you have about a 7-finger tail. Make a pinch twist. And now what you're going to do is you're just going to bend this balloon so you have a 3-finger loop. Kind of give it a squish. So now you have a little bend. You're about to make a 3-finger loop, but you're actually going to use another balloon to create that. So grab your next gold chrome 260 and inflate it so you have about a 7-finger tail. Give it a stretch. Now you're going to take this nozzle and you're going to wrap it into the pinch twist that you started with. Okay, so this is the balloon that you started with. Remember, you made a little bend here so you can make a 3-finger loop. We're going to go ahead and create that 3-finger loop, hold that in place with one hand, and take your other hand, grab this balloon you just inflated, and wrap it over. And with this balloon that you're wrapping over, you're making a 5-finger loop, and you're wrapping into the pinch twist that you made. So this is what you should have. 2 balloons coming out the same side. This balloon here is representing the thumb area of the Infinity Gauntlet fist. This balloon's representing the forefinger. So we're going to keep wrapping around this balloon by twisting this bottom balloon. Next step is to make a 1-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. Now we're going to go ahead and once again wrap this balloon over this one to create a loop. We want this loop to be either the same size or just slightly smaller than this one. It's representing the middle finger. Wrap into the second pinch twist. So now this balloon and this balloon are both coming out the same side here. Again, we're not twisting this, we're just wrapping around it. We're twisting the bottom one, so make a 1-finger bubble in the bottom balloon. Make a pinch twist. And now you're just going to go ahead and pull that balloon over this one. And you want to make a loop that's definitely smaller than that loop. Wrap into the 3rd pinch twist. So the sizes of the loops are definitely descending. Balloons are both coming out the same side. We're going to do that one more time. So make one more 1-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. And again, you're just going to pull this balloon over this one, and you're going to make a loop that's definitely smaller than this loop. Wrap into the 4th pinch twist. Now you're just going to get rid of this extra here. Tie that off. And then you just want to push these loops together so they're right next to each other, and if you want to kind of pull on this one while you pull these together. You don't want there to be any gaps. So this is what you should have so far. This is like the fist, the thumb part of the fist and the other fingers. And now what you want to do is just past this loop here, go ahead and make a twist. And then you just want to wrap this balloon into this pinch twist here. Make one more pinch twist. If you're having trouble with that second pinch twist, just make sure to squish the balloon, make it nice and soft, and go slow and kind of keep rotating. Okay, now what we're going to do is draw this balloon across to the thumb pinch twist here. But you want to leave a little bit of a gap so that a person can put their fingers through. So just kind of push it towards this direction before you wrap it into this pinch twist here. So now there's a little bit of a gap for me to put my fingers through. Doesn't have to be too big because typically you're dealing with kids. Now you've wrapped into this last pinch twist, go ahead and make one more pinch twist underneath this thumb. And again, if you're having trouble with that, just squish the balloon, make it nice and soft, and then it should be easier to just rotate that little one finger bubble into a pinch twist. Okay, now we're going to get rid of this, but we're going to save this part. It's okay if some air comes out because you actually want to purposely let some air out. So what you can do is just kind of measure around your forearm, unless you have unbelievably massive forearms. If you have some kind of like Popeye forearms, then just make a loop that's about this size. So it's like 8 fingers across. You're going to want to tie these 2 ends together to create that circle. Leave some space. This needs to be a very nice squishy circle because you will be twisting into it. So if you put the knot in the center and squish the sides, you should end up with an indentation at least. If not, kind of like a gap, because that's how squishy it should be. Tie this one off or wrap it in. So this is what you have so far. This is the fist area where the hand will be inserted. And this is going to be on the forearm with your knot here on the inside. Grab your last gold chrome 260 and inflate it so you have about a 4-finger tail. Now you're going to take the nozzle and you're going to wrap it into the second pinch twist. So the first 2 pinch twists are underneath the thumb and forefinger. You're going to wrap it in the pinch twist that's underneath the middle finger. Now if you want, you can either measure the forearm of the person you're doing, or I just do a 10-finger bubble. So 4, 8, 10. Grab your ring, push your balloon through, and right where you have that bend, just go ahead and twist it in. Now you're going to come back up and twist into the 3rd pinch twist. That was the one under the ring finger. So make another 10-finger bubble. Make sure it's the same size as this one, and wrap into that pinch twist. All you have to do is just gently keep rotating the balloon as you wrap it into that pinch twist if you're having any trouble putting it through. So now the balloon's coming back down towards the spring here. Make another 10-finger bubble. So it's the same size as these 2. And you're going to just wrap in about 1 or 2 fingers past the other place that you wrapped in. So once you kind of pinch that on there, push your balloons through the ring. So now it's twisted into your ring. And then you can just bring it back up. And now you're going to wrap into the pinch twist that's right under the pinky. Make a 10-finger bubble. Same size as the other ones. And wrap into that pinky. Get rid of the extra. Tie this one off. Now you can just go ahead and make sure that all your pinch twists are rotated so that they're horizontal underneath these loops here. So this is what you should have so far. That's the back, that's the front. So the way that this works is, this ring's this way, your hand goes in from, this is like the outside, right? This is the inside, outside, inside. So your hand goes in from that outside, and then you just put your fingers through this loop here, and now you have your Infinity Gauntlet Wearable. Let's add the jewels, the stones. I start with the lime green. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to use a 5-inch round. I'm just going to make a 1-finger bubble. If you're using a 260 scrap, also make a 1-finger bubble. So there's really no difference whether you're using a 260 scrap or a 5-inch round. Just get a 1-finger bubble and wrap that into the pinch twist underneath this thumb loop. It's basically like the stone on the thumb. Grab your Spring Lilac, make a 1-finger bubble, and wrap that into the pinch twist directly underneath the index finger. Repeat the process with all the stones. Grab your Caribbean blue, make a 1-finger bubble, wrap it into the pinch twist underneath the ring finger. Grab your red, make a 1-finger bubble, wrap it into the pinch twist underneath the ring finger. Grab your yellow, make a 1-finger bubble, wrap it into the pinch twist underneath the pinky. Now you're gonna make your orange a little bit different. Slightly bigger bubble, like a 1.5-finger bubble. And you're gonna wanna make sure that when you tie it, you have a nice long tail. If you're using your 260 scrap, remember it's a lot longer than the others. And you're just going to tie this around these 2 middle bubbles that are coming down. So you just want to pull the tail all the way through, wrap it around, and tie it to itself. All right, let's put it on. And that is the Infinity Gauntlet. If you want to use other colors, there's also, I did this one in gray and red because I was kind of doing like the Tony Stark. It's the wrong hand. They're both right-handed. Tony Stark builds his own Infinity Gauntlet. This is my version of it. So the first 2 balloons you use are gray, that's what makes these parts, and then the last balloon you use would be red. And if you want to make this bigger, because somebody has giant meaty forearms like you, then you can just keep going up and down. This one started on the knuckle under the thumb, and then just kept going up and down. That's what that looks like. So it has an extra loop right here. It makes this part stick out a little bit more. So you got some options. But either way, you know, you control all time in the universe, so you're fine. Thank you so much for subscribing to my Patreon. It means so much to me that I now have patrons and that you're part of this community with me and that we can be together on this. Thank you very much.